everyone, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. This is what I'm making today. It's a little screen card which has got fancy. This is a piece of basic black which I've cut to 11 inches by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 of an inch, 5.5 inches, and I'm going to turn it over and score it at 2 3/4 of an inch from this side. I'm going to put a little mark at 1 3/8 of an inch just along that panel. So I've got my bone folder and I'm going to fold my card concertina fashion. So now I've got 4 folds, and I want it so that it opens that way, so that this is a free edge, and this is going to be the front of the card. Okay, so this is now folded, and I've folded it so that this is going to be the front of my card, and this is a free edge, so it's not that way up. Do you see the difference? All right, I want it so that you open it kind of that way. All right, and this is the panel that I made the mark. Now that's not essential, but I find that it does help me to line up my punch. So I've got my elegant label punch, and I'm trying to mark the point of the punch, that bit there, with the line that I scored. And I only need to do it on one panel, because once I've done it on the one panel, I'm now going to use this to mark up the other panels. So this, and I'm lining this up so that, I'm not sure quite how well you can see it on black card. That was a clever choice, Keren, well done. Okay, and now I have 2 panels that are the same. So now I'm folding that panel over to that one, and again coming in with a punch. I'm being a little bit careful because I've still got 2 thicknesses of card outside the punch, even though I'm only going to be punching through 1 thickness, that, if I've got it right, that is. Okay, so that's all lining that up very carefully, and punch. And then I'm going to put this one over onto this side, and again lining up carefully, and take your time over this. Okay, don't rush it. You know, there are no prizes for making it the fastest. Just take your time, and the more time that you take and make sure that you've got it right, the better you will be. And you know, if it does go horribly wrong, well, do you know what, it's only a bit of card, but if you're a crafter, you absolutely hate wasting anything, and wasting one of your good bits of card because you've made a mistake is really, really annoying. So there is the basic shape of my screen panels. So this is the bottom edge of my folding screen card done, so that now looks like the legs of a fancy screen. And I want to do something along the top edge. So I did a bit of experiment with my corner rounder punch, and I found that it actually works quite well. So I'm rounding off my corner. That didn't work terribly well. So let's try it again. Just make sure that it's neatly fitted in. Now you do have to wiggle a bit when you've got 2 layers of card in, but it does it quite well. Let's do the same thing on these 2 corners. And on these 2 corners. Yeah, and you do have to wiggle. Okay, and you are cutting through 2 layers of card. and I did think that I was going to have to bring in this guy, but you know what? That's done the job. I'm going to decorate the front of the card now with a piece of Botanical Gardens DSP. This pattern is my favourite. You may have heard me say that before. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to round off the top corners, and again I'm making sure that my Bird of Paradise flowers are pointing in the right direction. And I've actually cut 4 of these. Oh, and I should say that this is 2.5 by 4 inches, I believe. Let me just check. Sorry, 2.5 by 4.5 inches. So where's my snail? And again, this is the front of my card because that opens that way. And I'm just going to line it up as carefully as I can. And there it is. I'm going to go ahead and decorate the front of the card now. And I've been cutting out flowers again and leaves using the Botanical Builders set, and I will put a link to the way I do my flowers. I'm not going to go into it here because we will be here all night, and this is a very quick card. And yeah, I am a bit addicted to these to this set. So I'm going to be using Tombow just to position them, and this leaf, I don't know whether you can see, but I stamped it with the companion stamp set, the photopolymer stamps. So it's quite easy to see where you're putting them. Okay, so I have those there, and I'll have a nice big flower in the middle, and a slightly smaller one here, I think, and this sort of middle-sized one here. And of course that is the nice thing about using a wet glue, because it does give you a little bit of wiggle time, and you can move things around and position them exactly where you want them. Okay, got that little teeny tiny one, but I'm going to save that one for the inside, I think. Okay, so now I need to do my sentiment on the front. Let's put those out of the way for the moment, and I have this stamp set, which is Endless Birthday Wishes, and I'm using that word birthday, and I also want to use something else, so I think I want the It's Your Birthday. So I'm going to find where that is. There's that one there. So I'm lining this up on my clear block the way I want it. Come on. It would help if it was the right way up. Always check. Check twice, stamp once. That's my motto. Still not straight. Okay, so there you go. Okay, a piece of very vanilla card. Scrap piece left over, as you can see. It's been well loved. And Cajun Craze ink to match the flowers, because they were Cajun Craze, which is a beautiful burnt orange sort of colour. Okay, so got my silicone mat underneath because this is a photopolymer stamp, and I'm holding it down longer than I would hold a rubber stamp down to allow plenty of time for the ink to transfer. And there you are, and that is a lovely clean stamp. I've got our extra large oval punch, just about fits. Okay. I'm just going to put this out of the way before, whoops, I put my hand in it, which I have, and get it all over my nice table. Okay, going to deal with that in a moment. And that is going to go on the front of there. Just like that. Okay. So I've got some dimensionals, and I'm going to move that one because I'm sort of covering it up with my message, and I don't want to do that. So as you can see, it's all terribly well planned, and that is going to go onto there like that. And now I'm going to pause the camera, and I'm going to go and get a cloth, and I'm going to clean up my mess. Alright, not much left to do now. I've cut some more panels of DSP, the same size as the front one, which is 2.5 by 4.5, and I've also cut myself a piece of very vanilla as well, so that you will have somewhere to write a message. And I am going to have to repaper this table. And I've only just put a clean piece on. Oh, how annoying. This table it's basically it's an old, I suppose, picnic table you'd call it, and I've covered it with wood effect wallpaper, and because it makes a very nice looking surface to show you on video. But I'm going to have to put another piece on now because that looks terrible. So guess what I'm going to be doing? That's right. Okay. And I'm just going to put panels on each of these folds. Oh, I can't believe how clumsy I am. Oh, I'm quite used to sticking my thumbs into the ink. That's a regular happening. But I just can't believe I did that. Oh, never mind. No, nobody was harmed. Worst things happen at sea, as they say. Right. So there it is. After I finished filming, I had a little look at it, and I thought actually it could do with a little bit of extra bling. So I got my Wink of Stella. This is the gold. We do the clear and the gold, and I just brushed a little bit of Wink of Stella on the tips of the petals, and I just ran it round the edge of the sentiment there, and I just ran it round the edge of the first panel of the screen, just to give it that little bit of extra something, bit of extra bling. And I keep forgetting about these Wink of Stella pens, and they are absolutely lush. They are really, really gorgeous, and I just don't make enough use of them. So this is going to be my resolution going forward. I'm going to make much better use of my Wink of Stella. So that is it for today. That's the finished article, and I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I would really love it if you would leave me a comment or click the like button. If you want to see more of my tutorials, please do consider subscribing to this channel. There will be more soon, and I've got a blog and a Facebook page, and you can get there from the links in the more information boxes below this video. If you want to get hold of the materials I used, well, then there is a link to my Stampin' Up shop as well. But just for now, I do thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm just going to go off and clean my desk now. Bye bye.